Hi everyone, welcome all of you to my video on international marketing. It is a series of my videos in international business. What is international marketing and how is it different from the domestic marketing? If a firm wants to expand, he has to go international. The firm cannot continue in the same domestic market because sooner or later the market will get exhausted and therefore the firm needs to expand to international market because there is a big world outside your domestic market and you have to explore this world. In this video, I'll cover the concept and framework of international marketing, discuss market identification, segmentation, and targeting to elucidate international marketing mix decisions, and we will discuss about the product promotion strategy in the international markets. What is international marketing? International marketing is marketing carried out across national boundaries. Very simple definition. And it's very easy. When you go outside your geographical boundaries, outside your country to market your product, it is nothing but international marketing. Coming to framework of international marketing, the first step is you have to set your marketing objective, both short run as well as long run. Maybe it's sales maximization, profit maximization, or is it welfare motive, or maybe to acquire the market share. Then the second step is market identification, segmentation, and targeting. You have to identify your market, segment the market, and target that particular market which you have identified for yourself. There are two approaches, reactive approach and proactive approach. In reactive approach, firm after any environmental changes reacts to it. Proactive approach, in case of proactive approach, the firm anticipates the changes. Changes are yet to come and reacts to it. Market size of any country is equal to the total production of that particular product in that country, and we add imports because imports of goods and services come into our country, and we subtract the value of exports of goods and services. Then firm has to take an entry mode decisions. Entry mode decision varies from simple exports through a merchant intermediary to owning overseas operations. Like Apple owns its stores across the globe. Then there are franchising, licensing like McD. So there are wide range of entry mode options which the firm has. Now, depending on the firm's capabilities, what it can cater to it, what it can do, it has to take decision. What are the pros and cons in each decision? It has to find out. International marketing mix. There are four P's of marketing, and in the domestic marketing, all of you are well aware with this product, price, place, and promotion. In international marketing, of course, you have to be a bit careful. Like in international marketing, for the product decision, the perceptions and expectations about the people vary across the countries. Different countries have different perceptions about the product, and therefore it is a bit complex. Then there are also questions of product standardization and product adaptation, whether you will sell the same standard product across the globe or you will change the product according to the needs of the country, according to the culture of the country, and so on. Of course, there is no ready-made solution. It depends on large number of factors and a careful cost benefit analysis. What is your cost in adaptation? What are your cost in A standardization, like in standardization, you don't incur any extra cost, but in adaptation, you incur extra cost. And what are the benefits you are getting in return? So, careful cost benefit analysis had to be done for this, and you have to take a decision. So, the product standardization in this. There may be some minor changes like packaging and labeling, but not major changes. Like we have the example of Apple, which sets standardized products throughout the globe. Then there are product adaptation. In this, you have major changes in different markets across the world, not just in packaging logo, but in the product itself, like the car models in different countries. Like for India, they manufacture cheaper variants. Maybe they reduce the number of airbags or the quality of the car, the type of engine, BS4, BS6, because the customers are price sensitive in underdeveloped and developing countries, while in developed countries, they give good quality and at a higher price. Major factors which influence product standardization, they are the level of technology. If there is high level of technology, then uh, it is product standardization which is preferred. Formidable adaptation cost. If adaptation costs are very high, then companies may not go for adaptation. Convergence of customers' needs worldwide. Worldwide, customers' needs are converging. People want the same goods which are being used in the Western countries. Then there is no point in adaptation. And the last one is country of origin impact. There are certain mandatory factors which influence product adaptation, like government regulations, standards of electric current. We have different standards for electric current compared to the Western countries, and therefore, product adaptation is required more than measurement systems. We have different, and again, packaging and labeling regulations in India are different compared to the other countries. Similarly, in other countries also there will be different packaging and labeling regulations. There are certain voluntary factors which influence product adaptation, like consumer demographics. If the percentage of old population is high, then the company may prefer to adapt the product to suit the senior citizens. If the percentage of children are more in the total population, then product may be adapted according to the requirements of kids. And the culture also matters. Conditions of use, like in India, the roads are of very bad quality, so tires must be rough and tough for the vehicles, otherwise they puncture in no time. And then price, the companies need to be careful about the price, where the customers are price sensitive, or the customers or the countries from which come in the low income categories and middle income categories. Coming to new product launch for international market, there are two broad approaches. One is waterfall approach and other is sprinkler approach. In case of waterfall approach, company introduces new product in country A first, then in country B after some time, and again after some time in country C, and so on. So it follows like a waterfall. And in sprinkler approach, new product is simultaneously introduced in all the countries, country A, B, and C. Branding decisions, you all have studied what is a brand in your international marketing course. It is a name, either a name, a term, a sign, a symbol, or a design, like McD has got a symbol, and then Adidas has got a name. It distinguishes the brand from other sellers or from the competitors. There are global brands which have got presence in various markets worldwide or across the globe. International pricing decisions. All of you know what is a price. I will not go into it. There are broadly two approaches in pricing. One is cost based pricing, and another is market based pricing. Cost based pricing is of two types, full cost pricing and marginal cost pricing. So, in full cost pricing, what the company does is it adds up all the costs and adds the normal profit, because in economics, normal profits are included in the cost of production, and then decides its price, that is full cost pricing. In marginal cost pricing, company sees the marginal cost, that is the additional cost of producing an additional unit. Like you get a new order, then you already have a factory building, you already have the machinery, you have the full-time employees, then what are your extra costs? The extra costs are the cost of raw materials and the overtime for the labor. So you add up these costs, add up your normal profits. So marginal cost pricing will be slightly lower than the full cost pricing because fixed costs are not included in it, only variable costs are included. And then comes market based pricing. In market based pricing, what you do is you price your product according to the market. What are the prices charged by your competitors? If you want to acquire a market share, you charge slightly lower price than your competitors so that you get good number of customers. Like Geo did initially, gave talk time and mobile data for free for the 6 months in order to acquire the youth subscription base. And then there are factors influencing pricing decisions: cost, competition, purchasing power, buyers' behavior. These first four are same for domestic marketing also, and the last one is addition for international marketing, that is foreign exchange fluctuations. Foreign exchange fluctuations matter in international marketing because, let us say, for your product you are quoting the price as $100. Now, when you quoted the price, foreign exchange rate between Indian rupee and US dollar, let us say, was 73 rupees. So you expect to get 7,300 per unit. But by the time your goods are sold in the foreign market and when you are paid, let us say the rupee becomes stronger and the conversion rate is 70 rupees per dollar. So what you get is 7,000 rupees only. If it becomes 80 rupees, then you get 8,000 rupees. So if there are frequent ups and downs, foreign exchange fluctuations, then companies look into this also, whether they are expected to fall, whether they are expected to rise, and then quote their price. Tools for international marketing communication, advertising, any paid form of non-personal communication by an identified sponsor. You all of you know what is advertising. Advertising also can be standardized versus adapted to different countries, as we have product standardization and adaptation. Depending on the needs of the target markets. Now, when do companies go for standardized advertising? When the consumer preferences and lifestyles are converging, that is, people everywhere are demanding same products, similar products, increasing similar consumer behavior among city dwellers, rapid rise in international travel. This is responsible for convergence in tastes and preferences, international reach of media, and to build a uniform corporate image. And when the company goes for advertising standardization, it gets the benefits of economies of scale. Economies of scale are the advantages that you get when you do anything on a large scale. So, as in production, there are economies of scale. Similarly, in advertising, also, there are economies of scale. because the company may keep the same advertising throughout in every country, so it saves lots of cost in it. Advertising adaptation is required when there are differences in cultural values amongst the countries, difficulties in language translation, because even if you are having the standardized advertising, you need to translate it because the languages are different. And in many countries, English speaking population is less, like China, Germany. Variations in level of education of the target group, media availability, social attitudes towards advertising, and the regulatory framework for the target market. All these factors influence advertising. Then coming to marketing, that is selling products to customers without using any market intermediaries, direct marketing. It is one-to-one basis. Personal selling, that is the company executive himself will come to you to sell, and this is normally used for expensive things like machinery, equipment, jewelry, real estate. International trade fairs and exhibitions, these are also common. And the oldest form, you go and exhibit your product, buyers will come to know about your product, the features of your product, the advantages, the price, and other details, and you may get new orders, or you may sell it there itself. Sales promotion. There may be some short term incentives you give to promote the sales, like one plus one offer or buy one product, get another free. Public relations, company need to build up public relations for a good corporate image, and influencing media and other target groups. There are various factors which influence international communication decisions, like culture. The culture varies from country to country. Like in India, we are against beef and pork. Muslims are against pork, Hindus are against beef, and therefore, McD advertises that the veg and non-veg cultures are different, because there are certain people who are totally vegetarian, and they want even the utensils or the containers also to be different from those which are used for non-veg preparation. So culture matters a lot, and therefore you have to advertise depending on the culture, language. Then the level of education of the people also matters in the advertising communication decisions or in the advertisement process, media infrastructure, and the government regulations. So, this is all about international marketing. If you have any doubts or any comments, you can post it in the comment section. Thanks for watching.